14. This happens to be an Allen hook, number 2457 Scud. Again, that's size 14. So with this fly, again, you start the same way. Start your thread behind the eye. You're going to go down about a hook eye's length and then back. From the waist. Tie in your piece of wire right behind the hook eye. Add a drop of super glue. And this Scud pattern I've used for many years and still use it all the time. Tie it in olive, brown, gray, and pink and orange. Now here you can see the 4 layers. I try to get the second layer right in between the wraps of the first layer and get 3 wraps on there, and then just pull the wire to the side. And now I'm going to use that same wire as a rib for this fly. So I just start winding down the wire in the hook to just beyond the bend, keeping the wire on the kind of on the bottom side of the hook, down to beyond the bend there. Now here, what we want to do is add our Scud back, and for Scud back, I'm using some Uni Mylar, 3/64 inch, number 13 yards of it. That's what the spool looks like. It's a medium size. I'll just take a piece of that off and tie that right in here at the back. Lay it on my side, let the thread tension carry it over and set it right down on top. And just spiral wrap that up. And back down. About halfway. Now here I'm going to use a little wax. I use a little unconventional wax here. I use ski wax. I don't know if you can see this. If I could get the camera right. Swix wax. It works really great for dubbing, and it lasts a long time. And it's a little pricey, but I've had that one spool forever. Now in here I've got some dubbing. This is red fox squirrel dubbing. It's material that I cut right off the skin of a red fox squirrel. We're just going to add that, and we're going to dub it loosely. All the guard hairs and everything. You could use rabbit dubbing here, or any dubbing of your choice. Just kind of get it kind of spiky, kind of bulky. Depending on how thick you want to make your scuds. So here I'm going to start the wraps. Oops. Sorry about that with the camera. Got a very small space to work here. And right at the base of that fly, get some good wraps in there, and then work your way up towards the bead. Once you hit the bead, it looks kind of crazy here. I just usually pull it down a bit. You pull off any dubbing, you'll hang on to that. Then you're going to pull the Scud back over, right over the top, and with one tight wrap behind the head, secure that. 2 wraps behind, 2 wraps in front, and you can trim that. Then at this point, I like to just kind of trim off any crazy pieces that are hanging out. Make sure I'm centered over the fly. and then we're going to bring my rib up through. Start once behind, and then usually about 4 turns does it. Make sure you keep that scud back material right on the top of the hook. That should do it. And then end up just behind the bead. And you come down underneath. One behind, one in front, one behind, one in front. That'll lock that up. You can helicopter off your stub of wire. Then you're going to do a whip finish. I like to double that up. Then you get yourself a little Velcro brush. I've got just some Velcro on a popsicle stick I use. You're just going to pull all that material down. Form the legs of the scud. We're going to trim those up. Trim any errant, crazy pieces, especially on top. And there you go. Korn's Wirehead Scud. And then if you want, you can put a dab of super glue on the head, which is what I usually do. It holds everything together. Just on top. That should be enough to hold it. So there you use the same wire for the head for the rib of the fly as well. Now here in the vise I'm going to replace that wirehead nymph hook that we had before, that we just made earlier in the video. I'm going to tie a little nymph pattern here just to show you what can be done. So just start your thread again on the fly, right behind the bead. Work your way down to the bend of the hook and right about at the barb. Today I've got some turkey tail here, and I'm just going to take some fibers, about 9-10 fibers, line them up so that they're perpendicular with the a 90-degree angle from the stem of the feather, and tear those off. So we're going to use those to form the tail. Just hold them in the back by the tail. Do one turn on the bare hook. You can feel when you're on the bare hook. Another turn down. Then get your length right. I like these tails relatively short. Make sure that's up on top of the hook. And then bring your thread forward to the thorax position, right about at the 60% point of the hook. To secure my pheasant tail and turkey tail, I like to put just a dab of super glue on there again, because I'm not going to rib this fly, so this helps secure and protect the turkey tail. So wrapping that turkey tail material forward, building up a tapered body. ending at the thorax position. Right on top, I like to take those legs and just fold those back and secure those right there. Those are going to form my wing case. Then if I take that same dubbing that I used earlier, so this is just a quick and easy fly. It catches a lot of fish. Nothing fancy about it at all. I only have two materials, turkey tail and red fox squirrel dubbing. Same dubbing we used for the scud. Just going to wind that on there. This is going to form your legs and your thorax. All that good stuff. Pull all that material that you had there forward for the wing case. Got some short stubby ones giving me trouble there. Wrap those in. Do your whip finish. Clip your thread. If you wanted, you could have folded those back for your legs as well. I just like to dub out a couple legs here. You can use your dubbing needle, or you can use a little bit of Velcro. Form your legs. Trim them to length. You don't want them crazy long. There you have it. A really nice turkey tail nymph. These work great early on in the season here in New York when we have the black stoneflies coming off in the early spring. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit about wire heads. Experiment some. Get yourself some wire, different sizes. You can make heads that have 2-3 layers. You can start them forward or backward and play with that a bit. And it's an economical way to have a lot of different bead sizes, and I think it makes a great fly. I use them for copper johns, RS2s, and scuds, and various other nymph hooks, especially in my creek here where the water is very shallow and in places, and you can't have a lot of heavy weight. So anyways, wire heads. Thanks for watching. Take care.